Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Habtoor Polo Resort and Club for our second match of the afternoon of the 2025 Gold Cup between UAE and Bangladesh. Bangladesh by Dobson Horrell in the blue shirts and the white shirts of UAE, with Mather to come out on Communion, Lukin on Foxy, Rocho on Mini Cooper, and Theo Alan Calkin. And we'll just have our lineups here now. Hyder to come out of Marlow, Fedit on Rockstar, Gringer on Tibiana, and Tomasito on Triple X. Two teams just working out which direction they're going to be going. Playing at number 1 for UAE, of course, will be Ahina Sheikh Mather bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. At 2 will be Lukin Monteverdi. At 3, Rocha Torreguitar. And at 4 will be Teo Lacau. And for Bangladesh at number 1, Hyder Bangladesh on Marlow. At number 2 will be Fedivon Potolski on Rockstar. 3 will be Gringer. And 4 will be Tomasito Fernandez Llorente, who's picked up the play off the back of the line out here now. Goes with a long shot. Looks to send that one up there for Hyder. Mather closing him down here, looking for the hook. And just cancels him off out of that play. Roger comes in on the near side. Goes with the near side backhand. A cute angle there for Lukin to come onto. Lukin looks to come onto that play here now. Lukin Monteverdi looks to check up and come inside, but he's left it there for Potolski. Potolski flicks it over onto the near side and sends the backhand. The backhand comes off the pony, but now picked up here by Teo Lacau. Lacau in possession of the play. He's got Podolski in behind, looking to spoil that play. Does, looking to set up Ringer here now. Ringer gets up onto that one nicely, and it is going to be Hinero Ringer avoiding that hook from Lacau, and through the goals it is, opening up the score there for Bangladesh. Dobson Horrell. 1 goal it is from Hinero Ringer. Go back to our view on Polo line. Ringer just avoiding that hook there from Teo, and through the goals it goes. So, back to the middle of the field once more. Our umpires on the field are Peter Wright and Howard Smith, with the third man being Matthias Babeni, and the ball comes in off the front of that line out there, looking for something out of that one. There's Rocho, but he's too late and too slow on it, because look who's gone here now. It's Tomasito. Tomasito going forward. Coming back at him is Lukin, but it's Tomasito just waiting for that ball to settle, and one more tap will do, and he says thank you very much. 2 goals it is here now to Bangladesh. So he got himself out there in space. Did Tomasito. Got the jump on them and put it away for the second goal for Bangladesh. So 2 teams line up here now. Ball bowled back into play once more. Trying to get a hold of that was Teo, but it's left here now for Rocho. Rocho comes forward on the play. He's got Tomasito in there behind. Has to reach back for it. Couldn't get hold of it. But it looks like Tomasito can get back onto that play after the hook. And it is going to be Tomasito on it here now. Tomasito. And he's got Teo in there. He's got Lukin in front. But it's picked up here now by Potolski. Potolski comes in behind that of Lukin and fizzes it up for once more. Looking for Ringer out the front door. With him there is going to be Rocho. Just spoils his play and leaves it for Lukin. Lukin goes with a strong backhand out there for Rocho, but on the near side, Ringer sends it back in once more, and coming around onto it will be Potolski, and as he does, the whistle goes. We can possibly see on the there, we get the replay that he just came round the front of that line. There was a UAE player there with the lesser angle on his stick side. Just trying to straighten himself onto the line of the ball to get to it, and just crossed over a bit. And so we have a spot penalty here now in favour of UAE, and it's Teo Lacau. Teo taps it up forward. Teo goes under the neck with that one there. Out there for Torreguitar. Torreguitar out there in a little bit of space. You see Lukin coming back in behind as he has Potolski out there in front of him. Goes with the passing play underneath there of Lukin. Lukin sends that one up forward. He's got Teo out front, but Ringer picks this one up nicely. Ringer, tail backhand. Here's a call there from Potolski. Potolski up onto the play. First time play with Potolski. No shutting down with him. He's got to the board, so this time, and he dummies shut down, then goes running through on this one here. Patolsky at pace here, closes the angle down here now, does Patolsky. Rochuk coming back at him. He waits for the man, does Patolsky, yields off, but as he does, he allows Teo Lacau to come in and take it away. Teo under the neck, cute angle, neck shot there, trying to get that one up for Rocho. Backhand comes in by Tomasito, but is picked up here, though, by Teo Lacau. Lacau on the play here. Lacau taps it in behind there of Patolsky. Comes away there from Tomasito. Looking to get this one up the field and let the ball do the work. Up over the halfway line it goes. As you see, you have here now Lukin being taken off out of it there by Ringer, allowing Hyder to come in and clear that one away out to the boards nicely. Hyder meets that ball on the boards and comes in onto it, and it's now picked up here by Lukin. Lukin comes in to join the party there. It's Patolsky, but it looks like it's come up forward here now, up onto the near side for Rocho, but in doing so, there might have been a bit of an infringement there on Ringer. Let's see for a replay from Polo line. Possibly just infringing that line a little bit there. We're about halfway through the chukker, so they are calling for a free change again. And the ball's dropped down on the spot whilst the players change. So give us a shout out if you're watching on Polo line, or rather on Facebook. And we'll give you a shout out at half time if we can. And let us know where you're tuning in from. Alternatively, drop a message there on Polo Line TV on the app. So players coming back out on the field here now. To get chukker number one underway. With the score being 2 goals, it is to Bangash, Thompson, Horrell. So, players called. And it looks like it is going to be Patolsky to bring it in here now. Fede goes strong underneath the neck here this time, looking for Hyder once again. Hyder up onto it here, gets up over the halfway line. Mather comes in, Pony flicks that one up forward. Possibly Hyder can get back onto it, onto his near side. Next pair cancelling each other out, trying to get onto his Ringer in front of Rocho, but it's left here nicely for Teo. And he slips up past the man here now. Lacau looks over his shoulder because he knows Tomasito's going to be somewhere, and he's trying to close the gap. As it is, a nice approach shot there by Lacau. Lacau going forward, looking to open up the account here now. Lacau was in this position a couple of days ago, but he's just made sure of it this time. And through the goals it is for Teo Lacau, making it 1 goal to UAE, 2 for Bangash. Lacau out there in front, putting that one away and making sure of it this time. And so the two teams will line up once more. Ball back into play. Front of the line out. Who's got it? Hyder's got it. Hyder Bangash. Hyder comes inside the player. Looks to let that one go. Couldn't quite execute that one there, but quickly picked up here by Patolsky. Patolsky opens the shoulder up, looks to drive that up. It comes off the pony there of Lacau, and we get a whistle. Let's have a look on our replay here from a good drone shot. And so we have a spot penalty here in favour of UAE to be taken by Teo Lacau. Teo taps it up forward. Goes to the shot here this time. Nice way to pass there for Togata. First time play by him, looking to fizz that one up here for the running Lacau. Lacau coming forward, taking the ball at the top of the bounce here now. On his near side comes Lukin underneath the neck and executes that one. Absolutely picture book perfect. Levelling up the scores here now. 2 goals apiece it is. Nice one-touch Polo from the players there. Passed up by Lacau. Near side, under the neck, beautifully by Lukin Monteverde. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. 2 apiece. 1:20 on the clock here, left to play. And chukker number 1, the ball gets bowled in, skews off out the back of the line out here now for Lacau. Lacau goes for the first time, big strong backhand there onto that one there. But who's first to surface with it? It's going to be Tomasito Fernandez Llorente on his near side, on the tail, on the near side. Looking to pick it up there will be Ringer. Ringer coming down the line here nicely. Ringer gets away there from Lukien first time. Second time looks to come back inside, but Lukien ends up playing the backhand. The backhand comes out here now for Lacau. Lacau once again yields off it, leaves it for Rocho, then sends it up forward up the middle of the field, but unfortunately for him, none of his teammates are there, and it's going to be Hyder to clear it away, and does so safe as houses. Hyder Bangash under the neck he goes once more with that one there. Hyder sends it out, brings it off the boards beautifully. Once again, back onto it again, playing like a pro out there up to the halfway line, but it's just a little too far for Fetty to get onto, and Rocho comes in, seals the gap for Mather to come onto now from the backhand of Rocho Torigata. Mather coming forward, settles down on the 60-yard line, 40-yard line. Polo just hops and she gets the backhand in there by Tomasito. Tomasito's backhand out there, looking for it is Ringer, trying to get in his tail. We get a whistle on the play. And we'll see on our replay there, maybe a little bit of infringing coming in front there of the play. Backhand comes in. And the ball's going to be dropped down here now for a penalty in favour of Bangash from the halfway. Penalty 5B, midfield penalty. So retiring back will be UAE. And Podolski looking to tee this one up here now. Players called by umpire Smith. As Potofsky circles round here now on Alaka. Comes up onto this play here. Gives that ball a ride. Up the front door it is, but who's waiting for it there? Trying to get onto that one. Can't do so, but it looks like it's going to be Hyder. Hyder comes in onto it. Couldn't quite pick that one up clearly, and it's just backed away a little bit from the edge, but first onto it. Tomasino puts it back into the danger zone. But it's all white shirts there here now as we have Lukien taking it up the field. Sorry, yes, Lukien couldn't quite carry that further. Little backhand by Potofsky, but it's sent up. And not sent up there by Roger, but it's picked up here on the near side by Ringer. Ringer sends it back in. The first tutor's gone. Peddling a little bit there. It's Tomasito. Tomasito going towards the goal. He's going to get caught there. He's got one more shot maybe to do. Takes the man. Great play there by Tomasito. Very clever play indeed there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Making it 3 goals at the end of Chukka number 1 for Bangash. 2 for the UAE. We can see on the replay here he was peddling and he knew the man was coming to him, so he flicks it under, takes the man on his near side. Keeping a cool head as ever is Tomasito Fernandez Llorente, making it 3-2 as the players will leave the field. We'll go to change. We'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So just see the replay there. Welcome back to Apollo viewers. Tomasito finishing that one beautifully off on the near side to make it 3-2. At the end of Chukka number 1 for Apollo Line viewers. The two teams are back to the middle of the field. With made to come out on River. Lukien was possibly on Ervgo and comes out the back of the line out here. Does Lukien on the play. Looks to cut that one in. But you see Tomasito waiting for him there. He checks up behind Tomasito, comes in behind there now. Tomasito on the little grey Shiva, sends that one nicely underneath the neck for Lecao to get onto. First time play by Lecao, and it's just gone left, just wide. Can see on our replay here now. Gets over to it. Unfortunately, just going wide. So the ball's on the back line here now, and to bring it back into play will be Petowski. Petowski cuts this one out wide, looking for Tomasito on Shiva, and as he does, he cuts in across there in front of Luquin Monteverde, who was closing him down. We can see on the replay, filming from the hotel side, just coming across in front of Luquin. And therefore we have a spot penalty here now in favour of the UAE. With Bangash retiring back 30 yards. Hyder awaiting in the goal mouth. Looks like Fedi's going back there too, because Luquin Monteverde coming round here now. On Aerobica. Luquin. Comes up, drives, shoots. It's going a little towards the left. It looks like that's where it's gone. Out to the left-hand side, over the back line. However, it's come off a defender's mallet, and therefore we'll have a corner, a penalty 6. Clock. So, from the 60-yard line here now, where the ball went out of play, it will be Luquin Monteverde. A little bit closer this time. Comes round, gets hold of that one well. It's skyward. They're not going to stop that one, and through the goals it goes for Luquin Monteverde in the UAE. Levelling up the scores once again, 3 goals apiece here in Chaka number 2. And we can see on our replay, for our Polo line viewers, from the drone up and behind the goal. There's absolutely no question about that one whatsoever from Luquin Monteverde as the two teams line up once more. Ball into play, off the line out it comes. Luquin wants it again, maybe a little bit of fishing, but gets away with that one there, but backhand comes in there by Petowski and allows Tomasito to come onto it. Tomasito's backhand stopped there by Ringer, trying to get back round onto it again. They're all a little bit 6s and 7s, but Taylor Cow comes and picks up the pieces, and in turn Tomasito comes in, and a big bump and a ride off there by Ringer on Luquin, and we get a whistle on the play. Let's see on this replay. See Tomasito coming in onto that one there. And Luquin wants it, and it looks like we have Ringer just coming in a little bit enthusiastically, one might say. So this has only been moved up to a midfield penalty. Going away from goal and not exactly too over-exuberant. So it will be Luquin Monteverde from the midfield penalty. Luquin comes up, drives, shoots, give that ball a ride. It's going to come down about 40 yards. Look, waiting for that one there is Rocho. Rocho looking to cut this one back in, but there's a bit too much traffic, and out over the back line it goes. Couldn't quite get that cut backhand in through the traffic and the 3 pairs of legs to his right-hand side, so it will be Fedi von Petowski to bring it into play here once again. Fedi. Touch it further, keeps bringing this forward. He can do so all day long until he gets marked. This time, goes with it underneath the net, gives that ball a ride. A beautiful stroke there by Petowski. Out here for Hyder once more. Hyder coming up onto it. Hyder, a good centering shot there by Hyder to get up for Tomasito, but Roger going back with him as well. Couldn't quite pick it up clearly on the near side. Good Tomasito with good pressure there from Torreguitar, and now it's left here for Luquin. First time play, comes off the pony, looks to pick that one, take it away from Petowski. Petowski on the play here now. Petowski Goes with a shot in towards the goal. Cuts that one in. He's looking for his man up the front. It's going. And oh, but it's just taken away. Literally from the line by Teo Lacau underneath the neck for Rocha to swoop onto here now. Actually, sorry, it is Lukin once again. Lukin keeps moving this ball forward. Tomasito in front. Feddy behind. Oh, and he's just left that one behind as the man goes up forward, but it comes off the boards and comes out wide. You see Lukin unselfishly goes to the man and leaves it now for Teo. Teo on the halfway. Looks to drill that one up the middle of the field there, looking for Mather. Mather on the near side here now. Mather picks that one up, gets the angle, but Hyder comes in. Hyder with a backhand. Now picked up and cut it and sent a little bit more there by Petovsky, and it's picked up quickly there by Rocho, and coming across the play was Petovsky. And let's have a look at this one on the drone. Quite clearly, Petovsky has no fear. We're still having a chat with the umpire for clarification as a few of the players about halfway through the chukker decide to opt to change. Apparently, Mather looking to get onto Xbox from River. Rocha was on Illuminante, possibly onto Castora. Let's have the ball right in front of goal here now for Lukin Monteverdi. As they just await for the players to come back out onto the field. Hyder on PV. Ferry to get onto Rocky. So the players wait behind the goal for a spot penalty 2 in favour of UAE. So players called. Lukin walks to this one. Just a little tap and that'll do. Thank you very much indeed. Putting the back out to the lead. It is 4 goals now to the UAE. 3 for Mangash. So back to the middle of the field once more. Halfway through, chukker number 2. So, ball back into play. Into play it is. Off the back of the line out. Looking for it was Teo. As was Feddy. Left there for Ringer. Ringer's backhand. Out now for Tomasito. Tomasito just been held in his play there by Torreguitar. Trying to avoid the hook from Lukin now. Brings it forward once again. Up and he's over the top and left it now for Lukin. Lukin comes in, makes turn play in front of Petovsky. Petovsky still looking for something. The umpire say no, nothing on that one there. I'm afraid, young man, it's now going to be left up here for Teo. Teo goes with a long driving shot. Up the middle of the field, though, comes Ringer. Ringer controlling it here now. Ringer goes with the open backhand, looking for Tomasito. Tomasito has to just check up to try to pick it up onto his near side. He's got Torreguitar there with him, who comes in and tries to steal it, but he regains possession once again here. There's Tomasito, can't make the players. He's underneath his swing, and we get a whistle on the play. He was just looking to actually make the full swing on that one there to get it away to his teammate, who has gone forward on the run, and we can see on the replay here from Polo line. UAE player just finding himself underneath the swing, and we get a whistle on that play, and the ball gets moved up here now for a midfield penalty in favour of Bangash, Dobson and Horrell. Being teed up there by Petovsky as Ringer changes. Players called, players jostling here. Going well forward, there's Ringer, but equally marking him there is Torreguitar off screen. As we have Petovsky on the play. Goes to the first time play. Looks like it's going to fall a bit short. This falls, though, this time here now for Lukin. Tomasito comes in, try and make the hook. Lukin gets the backhand off, looking for Torreguitar. Torreguitar on the play. Goes to the first time. Here's the call, looking there for Teo. Teo can't get to that one first. Oh, and he looks like he can because he slipped inside there of Hyder, and Teo's away again here now. Feddy's coming back at him, but it's going to be Teo Lacau. Straightens himself up, and Teo Lacau puts it away for the next beautiful goal there for the UAE. Lovely one-touch polo between these young guys out there on the field. 5 goals it is now to the UAE. And watch it here on the replay. Feddy's coming back at pace, so he just slips it slightly under the neck there, straightens himself up onto it, keeping that ball away. There from Potolsky. 5 goals to 3 it is in chukker number 2, and 1.5 minutes left to play. Ball into play, skews off, comes off, Feddy there, getting his skills in, but it looks like it's come away out here for Torregatar, and as Torregatar tries to come round on the new line, we get a whistle on the play. So let's see what the umpires decide. Was Torregatar right, or was there something going on behind the scene? It looks like there possibly was. So let's see on this replay here now what we can see. And it's just fouling the man coming in behind. Was the Bangash player. So Torregatar was right, and he had his man trailing directly in behind him. Torregatar getting in touch with his Spanish side, or Argentine side, should we say, expecting things to be moved slightly further forward. As the ball's on the 60-yard line for a penalty 4 in favour of Luquín Monteverde. Luquín on the play here now, drives that one beautifully towards the goal, but it looks like it's gone through the goal. Yes, it has. A slight wait there and a pause by the goal judge. But the umpire's confirming through the goals it is. 6 goals to 3 is the score here in chukker number 2. And on the replay, let's see from here, from behind. Yep, clearly through the goals on that one there. And about a minute left to play here in chukker number 2. 6-3 is the score. Ball into play. Out the back of the line, big bump and a ride off there. Teo knows Feddy's out there on the field, and once again Luquín tries to pick that one up and send it forward. This time second plate does so. Gets it up onto that one there. Makes it come in onto a near side, onto it. Leaves and yields off that one, but we get a whistle on the play. It looks like Luquín is a little bit confused on that one there, thinking what they do wrong, but unfortunately I think what you'll find, it was actually the UAE player coming in front. Six goals to 3 is the score. And the ball's dropped down here now for a spot penalty in favour of Bangash. Dobson Horrell. Pitowski comes up forward here on the play. Taps it once again. Goes under the net, looking for a weighted pass there for Tomasito, but it calls a little short. Luquín, quick as a flash, jumps onto that play here now. Tomasito goes back with him, as does Torregatar. Looks to turn away one way, goes the other way, flicks round onto his near side here, does Luquín. Luquín Monteverde. Once again, Luquín dribbles it forward. He's got players coming up onto him. He checks, he turns, he comes back inside once more. Shortens the angle down and goes for the goal shot, but it just goes wide. Great example of how to make space yourself on the field, but unfortunately got himself a little too close to that back line to get exactly the angle he was looking for and get over the ball. So the ball being brought in from the back line now by Pitowski. Pitowski on the play. First 2 to goes. It's cut out of the play though. This time by Luquín. Left it behind and Pitowski comes through, quite rightly so. Torregatar tries to scramble out of the way. However, you have Pitowski coming bearing down that line. And we have a whistle, ladies and gentlemen, so that there will end chukker number 2, with the score being 6 goals it is to the UAE, 3 goals to Bangash. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
Go, 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 go.
So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. We just see the replay of the last play. As Torigata was looking to scramble out of the way as Pitowski's coming hard up the line. Players back out on the field here now, so if we clear the field, please. And there we have young Lucero Monteverde just helping out there in the pony lines. So umpire just had to get off and sort his tack out a little bit there, did umpire right, and we now have all the players on the field. And we're looking for Tomasito Fernandez Llorente to take the 60-yard penalty, the penalty for Bangash. Coming in with a nice rhythm there on Nina and strikes that one well, but it goes wide to the right-hand side. Goal judge says what right to that side. Tomasito looks to the umpire. The ball's on the back line. Let's have a little look here on the replay from behind. I can't quite see the ball that clearly. It looks like it has just dropped to the right-hand side. So brought into play here now by Teo. Up there for Rocho. Lukin gone up forward. So has Teo. Rocho sends that ball up nicely now for Lukin. Lukin slips his man. Goes over the top of that one there, but he's got Teo coming back. Cuts that one in towards the middle of the field. It falls nicely here for Pitowski. Pitowski turns in towards Teo here, looking for him to yield off out of the way to start putting it back into attack once more. Goes under the neck. He finds Hyder. Puts it out there for Hyder into some space. In behind is Ringer to give the support. Calls him off him. Tells him to go further forward once more. Strains himself up. Closing down the angle. Here does Ringer. Pony just bobbling and bouncing. And sends it up there for Tomasito. Cuts out the play, but in doing so allows Teo to come on and play a nice open backhand here for Lukin. And we'll just see that replay as the umpire's whistle goes. There's Pitowski riding those lines hard. Not giving an inch. And you can see here Lukin flattens himself around the front of the line of the ball on that one there. And so we'll have another penalty here in favour of Bangash. But it'll be from the spot. So Pitowski teeing this one up here now. It looks like Tomasito's possibly going to take it and looking for a different ball. Maybe looking for a more used ball. So Tomasito Fernandez Llorente circling around up onto the penalty here now. Penalty 5. Comes up onto it, strikes it first time. It's looking good from here, and the flagman and the umpire perfectly agree, making it 4 goals to Bangash. Dobson Horrell, 6 for UAE. So the two teams will come back to the middle of the field. Umpire right to bowl this one into play. Just waiting for the two teams to get a little bit of order. The ball comes in. It just gets stuck in the middle there. Backhand there by Rocho. Comes off a pony, but he gets possession once again. Flicks this one up forward here now. There's Torigata. Torigata on the move. Avoids the hook there from Pitowski. Running this ball well. He flicks it forward once again, but Pitowski just slips in on the inside of there and just takes it away from him here nicely. There's Pitowski. Pitowski couldn't take it any further. It's now picked up by Rocho once more. His player spoiled a bit there by Tomasito, and the yield off and leave it there for the backhand of Lukin, but it's picking up here now, is trying to get onto it there, is Pitowski. Pitowski once again. Pitowski comes forward. In there behind Lecau. Goes by himself on this one here now. Lets the pony run. Comes in. Big bump and a ride off and leaves it behind. And coming up onto that one there, we get a whistle on the play. And you can see the umpires directly on line with that one there. And we can see the replay here. Just waiting for him a bit was Teo. And then came in on the ride-off. And so, therefore, this is going to get moved up forward here now for a penalty 4 in favour of Bangash. Umpire Smith dismounts and picks up a horseshoe. And so the ball's going to be teed up here by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente for the penalty for Bangash. 4-6 is the score. Ringer and Petowski both changing quickly. Circling around up onto this one here now is Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Pony just checking on him a little bit on that one there. He just drives, he shoots, he sends it straight through the goals. He does. There's Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. 5 goals it is now to Bangash. 6 for UAE. So the players come back to the middle of the field. You could just see his... Came up to it, just checked the pony coming in onto it. Wasn't quite happy with the rhythm, and no problem there for Tomasito. So 5-6 it is, and off the back of the line out. Trying to get a hold of this one here is Ringer. Taking it away there from Lukin. Does Ringer. Ringer goes in behind the players here this time. Tries to go underneath the neck for Tomasito. He's trying to get up onto that one there before Teo does. The backhand comes in. It's picked up, though, by Lukin. Lukin comes inside there of Petowski and drives that one up forward. You see, and he just left that one behind there. Did Teo, as did Tomasito, and Lukin comes back onto the play once more. Lukin, him there behind. Gets that one away here this time, but on the top of the bounce, it's only as far as Petowski. Petowski takes it further, deep down into his own territory. Lecau goes back with him onto his near side. Lecau comes in, pinches it, and takes it away from him here now. Does Lecau. Lecau straightens up. He's got Ringer out there in front of him, yields off and leaves it for Torgatar. Torgatar looking to run this one home. Torgatar gets stopped in his tracks, and Lecau back onto it. Now Lukin's back onto it, and in comes Ringer to try and spoil the play, and we get a whistle on the play. And let's see, on our replay here now, from Polo line. Coming from the other direction, and we're halfway through the chukker. So we're getting a free change on this one here now, it looks like. So the players go down to the respective camps as this one's going to be brought up here now for a penalty from the halfway line. Oh, no, I do apologise. They've given a penalty one. A penalty one. And so that makes it 7 goals it is to UAE. For a penalty one, we're starting off with a 5B midfield penalty. Scoreboard 7-5. So umpires deeming that they'll give that a penalty one, so we have a spot penalty here from the halfway, being teed up there by Lukin for Teo Lecau. Players having changed, coming back out onto the field here now. See Hyder's change onto Balthazar. Mather changed onto Mesquita. So, Teo Lecau. Teo comes up, strikes, shoots, gives that ball a ride straight over the top, about the 30-yard line. This will come down, but it's a little bit wide out towards the side. He's looking there for Lukin, who flicks that one back in towards the goal, but it just goes out over the back line, short of the goal. So the ball will be placed on the back line once more for Bangash to bring into play. So this time Petowski taps it up forward. Goes with a long shot here this time, trying to get that one up to Ringer, but the first to surface with it will be the backhand of Lukin. Delicate shot there for Teo to run onto. Goes under the neck with that one there. Does Teo Lecau, and straight to the goals for Teo Lecau. Lovely one-touch play. Lovely little backhand there. But from Lukin to Teo Lecau. And we can see on our replay here now. Lecau just taking that next shot. Never say die. Torgator was making sure, following it in as he should do. 8-5. Into play, front of the line out, looking for that one there. Story Guitar, but shows a little bit too much of it there for Tomasito. Takes it forward. Story Guitar tries to steal it, but he flicks that one away from there. Does Tomasito. Tomasito straightens himself up once more. Comes one side, comes the other side, looks for a little bit of space. Tries to lean into that one and sends a nice ball up the field here, looking for Ringer, but Ringer's been kept off out of it there by Lukien. Lukien comes up onto the play, taps his ball back, comes back round, comes away there from Ringer this time. Lukien Monteverde. Lukien. He's got Torgatar up the front looking after. Tomasito goes by himself on this play. Keeps his ball moving. It just flicks in towards the middle of the field. First onto this one. Here's going to be Hyder Bangash. Hyder's ball. His backhand is picked up, though, by Teo once again. And Teo goes with a long shot underneath the net once more. But got a little bit over the top of that one there. And out over the back line it goes. So, from the back line, Bangash will bring this in. And it looks like Tomasito's going to bring this one in here now. Tomasito taps it up forward. Tomasito gets hold of that ball and sends it up, looking there for Feddy, but coming onto it first will be Teo. Teo, a little bit of a straight backhand, trying to get onto it and flattens off nicely onto that one there. Does Lukien, but it's taken away from him there by Ringer. Ringer turns away from the play. Lukien kept off out of it by Tomasito, but he's got his man to deal with in the form of Torgatar. Picks that one up, read that one well, didn't put too much pressure on, ran onto that ball nicely. Does she's coming round on his near side, checks up the play. He's got Tomasito in behind, looks for the little crafty backhand there to unleash Lukien, but he's beaten there by Ringer, and Ringer's backhand comes in, but we get a whistle on the play. Just working so well together as this UAE team, these young lads. The little backhand comes in there to set up Lukien. And in his desperation to try and clear that one away from the danger zone, Bangash player coming across in front. And so now what we have, it'll be a short penalty, but a penalty 3 it looks like, in favour of UAE. So Teo changing. I think Lukien changed as well, and Lukien's teeing this one up here now. Started off taking the penalties and then handed them over to Torgatar. And it looks like this is where we are with Rocha Torgatar back on the short penalty here now, the 40-yarder. Torgatar comes up to this one, drive, shoots. No, it was a 2 and straight through the goals it is. Not a 4, not a 3 at all. It was a penalty 2. Undefended penalty there for the UAE, making it 9-5. Here in chukker number 3 with the clock ticking down. Players coming back to the middle. The umpires will just count this one down. If they're onside, the ball goes in. And the ball goes into play before the hooter goes, and pushing that one forward there is Hyder up there for Tomasito. Tomasito, first time play up there for Ringer. First hooter goes. Ringer goes back there with Lukien over the top of it. In comes the cow, clears away from the danger zone. And it's going to be Tomasito to pick it up here now for Bangash. Tomasito turns there with Torgatar. Torgatar goes with the backhand, looking to unleash Teo, but it's read this time well by Pitovsky. Oh, and he's over the top of that one there, and Teo Lukau comes forward. Teo goes with a big driving shot up the field as the clock tick-tocks down. We got a horse race on here about just short of the 60-yard line. First onto it there will be Pitovsky. The hooter goes. So that there, ladies and gentlemen, will end the first 3 chukkers. Our second match here this afternoon, this 5 chukker match. 9 goals to the UAE, 5 goals to Bangash. So we'll go to some adverts and messages from Polo Line before we come back for the second half of this match, the last 2 chukkers.
Well, this is an inspiring story because I just started riding probably 3 years ago, and last year was my first ever season playing in England. We played 4 goals, 6 goals, and then ended up playing 12 goals. I mean, we've just been lucky. Just been fortunate enough to be around good people, and we did things pretty quickly. And we were in Argentina, preparing to get few horses for the next season in England, and then I get a call from my brother, who's based here, telling me about this Gold Cup in Dubai, And next thing I tell Namu, is it possible? Can we do it? Says everything is possible in life. I said, okay, vamos. We go to Dubai. This is how it all started. So here we are. And honestly speaking, it was a good decision. The weather is fantastic. The club is pretty much very organized, amazing people. And the polo is actually very competitive. People don't know exactly that how competitive this polo is here, but if they come down and see, it is very, very competitive. The level is very good. Grounds, we're getting to know them better now. In the beginning, it was a bit tough for us, but now we're getting a rhythm back. The first game we played was a bit tough for us, but I think from now, we'll be in a good shape from now. Properly, I would say 2023 is when I started working towards my riding, playing low goal polo. So it's not been long, but yeah, we're still learning, and we always want to learn. Yes, this is the beginning, and like I said, my son Xavier, who's next in line, he's 10 years old and complete polo fanatic, and it actually all started because of him. When I saw interest in Xavier about polo, that's where I started learning, because that's my biggest bond with him. So hopefully in few years you'll see Xavier and myself playing together on the same field. Ghana is home for me, and my origin is from Pakistan, but I've lived almost all my life in Ghana. And this is also a big shout out to my polo family in Ghana. And I mean, they've all been a big support, and I'm sure they're watching and they've watched the game, and I hope I've made them proud. And yeah, so Ghana plays a big part in my life, and anywhere I go in the world, I do represent Ghana.
Tits in my face, roll up in a Bentley, I'm Christian, I'm Fendi, I'm a Prada. I already make that paper, I don't need to chase no clout. I need your paper, don't let hate run in your mouth. I already make that paper, I don't need to chase no clout. I need your paper, don't let hate run in your mouth. It was like peace from East and come that bitch from South.
Here I came to Dubai first time 2008. I got an invitation. I was in England playing with Windrive family, and they invited me to come. We were keeping our horses together with them and playing with them there, and they invited me to come and play some tournaments. I remember at that time we played the Cartier Cup or something like that. Then we start playing the Gold Cup, Silver Cup, and all that. So I've been, related to the show and Habtoor since that. And then when we stopped playing with Said Bindrai, Mohamed invited me through Guillermo Coutinho to join to Habtoor as a manager, as a Polo manager. And that was in 2017, I think. It was. We did one tournament the year before. That it was the Dubai Challenge Cup. That was our first 18-hole tournament here at the club that I played with Bindrai. And the next year, the idea was to move the Silver Cup and Gold Cup that it was happening on the other club on Dubai Polo Question, to move it to Habtoor and be based here. And it was the first years of the club, so everything was new, the fields, the stables. We organized a polo calendar of the season, started combining with low goal, medium goal, high goal, trying to bring new members and new horses. And luckily, I think we did quite well. The polo grew up a lot. Right now we have like 500 horses there be based in the club. So it was, it's a daily challenge, but it's nice. And it's nice to work with them. These days, I think it's, in general, I'm talking about Dubai.
So our two teams back out in the field here now, and on view for our Polo Line viewers, we've got Lucas looking through his binoculars there with Lucero aside him, as the two teams line up where the chukker ended for rolling from the inside out. And I'd like to say hi to Rafi Ahmed, tuning in probably from Brunei, John Walsh, Awesome Sauce, Hedy Bernstein, cheers from a snowy New Jersey, and of course, Narisia Youssef. Thanking very much indeed to Polo Line. The ball's into play and coming away with Ringer. Ringer couldn't quite pick that one up. Next onto it, though, is Fedi. And Fedi feeds it forward once more, a little bit wide, so Ringer can come across onto here now. But Lukin Monteverde is the match for him here. Flicks it inside. Lukin picks and steals that one away, plays the ball out of the air and plucks it out forward and sends it up forward here now. Looking there for Torguitar. Torguitar and Tomasito come together. It falls now for Lukin once more. Lukin slapped it out the air forward. Petovsky comes back, spoils that play. Next up onto this one here will be Mather. Mather comes in and we get a whistle on the play between Mather and Ringer. Let's have a look at the replay here now. And it looks like we have a penalty in favour of UAE. Mather being on that line. Ringer coming through with a little bit of venom. And so from the penalty 2 spot, cantering up to that one there is Lukin Monteverde, putting them into double figures. UAE 10, 5 goals it is to Bangash. Now here in chukker number 4, scoreboard. Thank you very much. Mather out here in Amaja. Mami for Rocho. And the ball into play here now on the front of the line out. Mather picks this one up here, takes it forward. Trying to steal that one there is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito is picked up though by Rocho. Rocho sends the backhand out there for Lukin, but first to surface with it. Looks for the backhand, does Ringer, but it's going to be a ball sent up here this time by Lukin, and we get a whistle on the play. Lukin's gesticulating. He cut across the front of it, was unloading that ball. But we'll see here on our replay. Just to be sure of it, you see Lukin goes for the shot and he believes that the man came across in front of him. So just go to the third man just to have another look at that one there, whilst umpire Smith just explains his view to Pitowski and to Ringer. So whilst the umpires just discuss this one here. So the umpire's just discussing this one here with the third man. It's always a tight call in that position when a player drops his head down to unload the ball, and they have to decide or work out if the player did come across. And so a ball is dropped down here now for a penalty in favour of Bangash, Dobson and Horrell, deeming that the right-of-way on the line was infringed by the UAE player. Well, sorry, the other way around. It was more like the UAE player drove the ball into the horse. The Bangash player was allowed to be there. My apologies. So it's going to be Tomasito to bring it into play here now. Tomasito brings it up there to Lukin. Fedi's gone up on the move. He's looking there this time for Ringa. Ringa looking to pick this one up here. Can't pick it up on the near side because Torrigattar's got himself well positioned and well played there. Looking to meet the ball on his stick side. And of course, the person who has the most right to the ball is the person on their stick side with the least angle. Ringa was coming onto his near side, then had to swap over at the last minute, but it was just too late, unfortunately. And so we have a spot penalty here now, midfield penalty, a 5B in favour of UAE. 10-5 is the score. Here in Chukka number 4. Taylor Cow. Coming forward onto the play. Goes to the tap shot. He sees Lukin's tied up a little bit there with Fede. Goes forward, puts that on wide. Out there for Rocho to come onto. Rocho in there with Tomasito. Takes it up onto his near side. Takes the man, yields off and leaves it now for Lukin. Lukin comes onto his near side, leaves it for Rocho and passes it back up for Lukin once more. Rocho just keeping the man off and away. Tomasito just in front. Looks to try and get into that one there. And he tries to actually make a play on the ball. It looks like Fede might have just come up underneath him here. Let's see on the replay. Thank you, Polo line. Yep. Endangering himself and horse. So therefore we have a penalty 2 in favour of UAE. So it looks like we have Rocho to tee this ball up whilst Teo quickly changes. And also we have a change for Rocho. The ball's been teed up, so Rocho goes to change as well. The horses they gave me, they're just going to be chopping and changing during the last 2 chukkers. And coming back up offside the field is Ringa. As Lukin comes up to this one and drives that one through the goals for goal number 11 there on the board for the UAE. And now the replay there. We'll see here Lukin coming up onto the play here now. At the canter, drops the mallet down, following through and straight through the goals. So umpire Smith lines the 2 teams up here now. In front of us at the hotel, just bowls that one into play. Off the back of the line out. Torrigattar takes away there from Petovsky. Looks to come onto it once again. Does so. Gets away there from Petovsky. Petovsky and is putting the pressure on. This time the ball falls here now for Petovsky. Petovsky gets a little bit of shelter and protection there by Ringa. But back to him quickly there is Torrigattar. Goes under the neck here once again. Now for Haider. First up onto this one there will be Mather. Sends a good tail backhand this time for Teo to come up onto. Teo onto his near side as he's got Tomasito there with him. He's got across the face of goal. He's going to have to go with a cute angle on the near side. And it's half stopped in the play there by Tomasito, and getting back to it is Ringa. Ringa plays a straight backhand, but it's only as far as Lecao. Lecao checks, turns, comes round, tries to intercept it there. There's Tomasito, but it's pulled away from him there by Teo. Teo comes forward. He's trying to get up onto this next play here now and goes under the neck with that one there, finishing it off absolutely beautifully there. Does Teo Lecao, putting the dozen on the board there for the UAE, 12 goals to 5. You can see on our replay from Polo line, a lot of traffic to get through. Beat the man and comes straight under the neck and through the goals for Teo Lecao. So back to the middle field once more. About halfway through this chukker. I think everyone's free changing at their own pace. Teo's also changed from down the bottom end, but the umpires are giving a free change for anybody who's still left to do so, and it looks like we're going to have Tomasito and Ringa going to change. And Teo, who went down to the scoreboard end, has now opted to go all the way up to the Villa end, and taking advantage of this will be Lukin as well. So let us see who Lukin's coming out on. Still haven't seen Gatto come out. So again, we see the replay of that goal from Teo. Picked up nicely, worked through the players, and underneath the neck and put it away for our Polo Live viewers. So 2 teams back on the field here now. Umpire Smith will look to bowl this ball into play. Looking for a vague resemblance of a gap to stop these little melees, but it comes off the pony there of Lukin. Lukin working for that one there. Lukin comes up with the spoils here now, comes round the front of the line out here, gets away from Ringer, who's almost half out of his saddle and up his horse's neck, trying to get the hook in. He comes in between the two players, comes in onto his near side. Great play there by Lukin. Look at the work being done by Ringer. It's now left for Teo. Teo feeds it forward here for Lukin. Lukin can't get onto that one there, but oh, look who can. It's Teo Lacau once more. Teo Lacau putting goal number 13 on the board, the Baker's dozen. We're going to see on our replay here now. Decides not to take the play, does Lukin, and leaves it there for the trusty Teo Lacau. So back to the middle of the field once more. Chuck at number 4, 13-5. Goes into play, off the line out it comes. Trying to get onto that one there is Lukin. Lukin comes in onto that play. Fetty felt that he was pushed and shoved, but he was possibly in the way, and it's now going to be Lacau, but first up onto it is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito goes with the backhand. The backhand comes out. You see it's well read there by Lukin. Lukin picks up this play. He's got Ringer trying to spoil that play. He sort of does, but slightly untidily. Trying to get onto it there is Fetty, but it's picked away from here there by Lukin. Lukin takes it forward, then takes it up here now for Torreguitar. Torreguitar coming forward once again. Torreguitar onto his near side. Torreguitar looking to stick the ball, that one through the goal, and a lovely goal there once again by the force of the UAE. 14 goals it is UAE, 5 for Bangash. And Fede still just having a chat with the umpire as they come back to the middle of the field here now. 1:35 on the clock left to play here in chukker number 4, and UAE on a rout. Ball into play at the back of the line out. Fetty looks to pick this one up. Lukin tries to spoil it, but it's only going to be as far as Torreguitar, who sends a good backhand, unleashing Mather. Mather gets the first shot away there from Haider. Mather straightens herself up onto it, can't get onto it, leaves it now for Lukin. Lukin goes underneath the neck and goes with a little flick shot, but there's nobody there for him this time. And the next onto it will be Tomasito. He couldn't get much onto that, but it's now left at 6s and 7s for Lukin. Lukin comes in and flicks that one through the goals. Tidying that one up beautifully there does Lukin. Monteverde making it goal number 15 on the board for the UAE. So Bangash found themselves a little bit at 6s and 7s on that one there. And Lukin just putting that one away. It's easy to keep your cool on these horses. The ball goes into play. Into play it is. Off the back of the line out. Comes off the pony. Potowski wants it, but we get a whistle on that one there. Is infringed there by Lacau on the back of the line out. And so this will get moved forward up here now for a penalty 4. But we can first of all, we'll see it on the replay. You see Lacau just coming across the front of Potowski. And so the ball will be dropped down here for a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty. In favour of Bangash. So Poto just coming back onto the field here now is Potowski. Ball being teed up there by Tomasito. Tomasito's pony looking a little bit bright, so he's taking a nice long run up. Tomasito. Not an easy platform. Comes up to it. Drives and shoots. He strokes it well, but where's it gone? But unfortunately for him, it's gone to the left-hand side. So a ball will be placed on the back line for UAE's Taylor Cow to bring back into play once more. Teo. First time play under the neck out there. Towards the picnic side for Lukin. Lukin being shadowed there by Potowski. Goes, turns, faces, sends it up first forward here now for Teo. But first onto it will be Tomasito. Sends it back in. It's stopped there though by Torreguitar. Torreguitar takes that one away there from Potowski. The first hooter goes underneath the neck. Good passing play there by Torreguitar up for Teo. He checks up, couldn't have made the play, he was just going to get blocked, couldn't get onto that one cleanly. The ball comes off and away, opens up the backhand now for Torreguitar. There's always a man, nearly always there's a man on the end of it. Drives the shot, Hyder wisely ducks, and through the goal it goes for Torreguitar. Making it 16 goals it is to the UAE, 5 for Bangash, and we can see on the replay here. Comes up onto it, Hyder wisely ducks off out of the way of that one there. For goal number 16 on the board for UAE. And so we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line before we come back out for chucker number 5. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to our Polo Line viewers. And they're up in the pony lines of the UAE. And the progression of the match, after chucker number 1, it was 2-3 in favour of Bangash. At the end of chucker number 2, though, it was 6-3 in favour of UAE. 9-5 going into half-time. And at the end of chucker number 4, 16-5. And they're back into play once more with Ringer coming over here now. Ringer keeps it short. Potowski gone forward to look after the cow. Goes from a distant shot. A massive shot there by Ringer. But it just goes out wide to the right-hand side. So it'll be Taylor Cow for the UE to bring back into play once more. Tail comes up, drives, shoots, sends a good long ball up the field here now. Looking for Lukin. But first up onto this one will be Ringer. Ringer again. Checks up the play, checks, turns, comes back inside here now. Drives it up forward now, looking for Tomasito. It's half cut out the play. It gets scrambled in between the horse's legs, and it's now be picked up by Lecau. Lecau opens up the backhand there. Position point perfect for Lukin. Please, madam. This is going to be Lukin. Lukin again. Lukin comes forward. Tapping this ball in the air once more, goes wide out in some space. Here's the call, goes to the backhand, didn't quite get enough onto it to get to Torreguitar, but it's going to be Potowski to pick it up here now. Potowski checks there with Torreguitar with him, tries to drive that one up there for Tomasito on Shiva, but it's going to be brought forward here now by Ringer. Ringer going back. Lukien in there, putting the pressure on. Here's the backhand call. Comes away with it, does Tomasito with Teo there with him. Goes under the neck, looking to get that one up behind him, but falls a little bit shorter, and it's now going to be sent underneath the neck there by Torreguitar, but only as far as Petovsky shuts the pony down. Helping him out well there is Tomasito. Tomasito on Chiva, comes through here now. He's a little wide, goes with the cut shot, avoids the hook there. It's going goalward bound, going goalward bound, and through the goal it is there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente, making it 6 goals for Bangash, 16 for UAE. And we can just see on the replay here now for Apollo Line viewers, a great cut shot there by Tomasito, avoiding the hook and cutting that ball through the goal. So again, players scrambling already in this chukker. 4:50 on the clock it is, and back to the middle of the field will be as we wait for Lukien to get back on and onside. Ball on play, picked up here now by Torreguitar. Torreguitar out into some space, and we get a whistle on the play. So the ball goes into play. Torreguitar takes it back. And then we get a whistle on that play. And the result being here now, it looks like we have a penalty in favour of Bangash, moving it up forward for a short penalty this time. Players look like they were loitering around the 30-yard mark, but instead it goes onto the 40 for a penalty 3. So it looks like Tomasito on Chiva here now. Coming around much more nicely here this time. Comes up onto it, drives and shoots along the ground. It is, and through the goals it is for Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Make it 7 goals to Bangash, 16 to UAE. So you can see on the replay for Apollo Line viewers, the goal there by Tomasito. So back to the middle of the field once more. Umpire Smith lines these two teams up here now. Bowls that ball into play in the middle of the line out. It gets caught. Lukien picks it up onto his near side here now. Lukien goes to work. We have Ringer off the floor, on the floor rather. Or off and on the floor, whichever way you wish to do so. Let's see the replay here as Lukien is trying to come away with the ball. And the pony just going up in the air and spinning and just dropping him down. But you see. So we'll just come back. As Ringer decides to take the option not to remount onto that pony. So the groom will come back to the middle of the field here now and bring him a fresh horse. So the pony comes here now for Ringer. So he'll just quickly change. And you see good sportsmanship there, Lukien, just making sure he's all right. You see Tomasito's got a shiver and he's just coming back on a fresh pony as well from the far end of the field by the Villas. So I say we'll be starting off again with a hit in. Hit in? Are we going to have a hit or are we going to have a throw in? Maybe we'll have a free hit. The ball dropped down here now as Lukien was in possession of the play. Lukien circles round onto this one here now. Sends that ball up the field here now, looking for Mather, but coming in between there is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito picks his ball up at the top of the bounce, going back with him is going to be Torreguitar. Goes up forward once again. Here does Tomasito, but coming back to him now is Lukin. Lukin, he just gets ridden off out of that play, and we get a whistle on the play. Lukin not quite sure about that one there because he's felt that he rode into him. Let's see what the replay can tell us. He's possibly slightly in front of him as he came across to Tomasito, and the ball is dropped down here now for a penalty 2 in favour of Bangash. So the ball to be teed up here now by Podolski as Torreguitar starts to leave the field to go and change ponies. So, Tomasito Fernandez Llorente comes up to this one here as Ringer just gets back on side. Comes up to it, drives, shoots, and sends that ball through the goal for goal number 8 on the board there for Bangash Dobson Horrell. And 16 it is to the UAE. So the players come back to the middle of the field. Umpires are just looking for a few more balls, which gives Torreguitar time to get back on and back on field. As also for Lukin. We get a whistle. We're about halfway through, so anybody still looking for a free change, it is the opportunity here as Lukin comes out onto the field on Little Gato. Umpire Smith to line these two teams up here now. Smith bowls that ball into play. Out through the line, out it comes for Torreguitar. Torreguitar comes and picks his play up here now. Torreguitar, ball left behind. Lukin comes in there with Ringer. Pushes that wide onto the near side. Goes back onto his near side and keeps bringing this ball around here now. Can't quite pick that one up behind him though and leaves it now for Ringer. But coming around his tail, look out to put the pressure on once more. And it is going to be Ringer. Sends it forward. Possibly shows a little bit too much of that one there for Lukin, but the backhand comes in by Lacau, picked up on the meat there by Haider. Haider straightens himself up onto this play here now. Haider Bangash on the move. Haider looks to cut this one up the middle of the field, trying to get up there for Fetty, but slipping onto that one there. Gets his backhand hook there. There's Torreguitar, and it's going to be left here for Lukin. And Lukin comes in, couldn't quite pick that cleanly, but he keeps going forward because he knows he's got Lacau there in behind him. Lacau goes forward, but it's going to be Ringer up onto this play first. Ringer checks. Ringer turns, comes back inside. Lacau tries to make the steal, but Ringer can retain his possession. Drives it up now for Tomasito. Tomasito on the play, but waiting for him there is Torreguitar. Ball goes up forward there from Tomasito. Up here now for Podolski. Up to the halfway line. Podolski coming up the middle of the field, shortening the angle down there is going to be Monteverde as Podolski straightens himself up onto this one here now. Comes forward. Just one more tap will do. And he's just got a little bit too much momentum and overshot the ball. And the backhand comes in by Lukin Monteverde for the UAE, clearing it away for Lacau to come on to. Lacau, first time play, sends it back up the middle of the field, but first to surface with it will be Tomasito. Tomasito onto his near side, goes under the neck here now, does Tomasito, gets cut out of the air there by Lukin. Lukin comes in, and we get a whistle on that play as that line is hard ridden there by Genero Ringer. Let's have a look at the replay here now. Comes up onto it, and Lukin probably thought that he had bags of time, but Ringer shut him down on that one there, so we have a spot penalty right in front of the goals for Bangash as Fetty goes to change, Teo goes to change. And the goal is given. 9 goals to Bangash, 16 to the UAE. And a few fatherly words going out there to Lukin from Lucas. Ball back into play, out the back of the line out. First onto it here is going to be Ringer. He makes the cut play, but it's only as far as Torreguitar. Torreguitar looks to come away from the players here now. Torreguitar on the play. Players having to get back on side. Torreguitar not managing to get that one up front there for Mathan. It's turned by Ringer. Ringer tries to get hold of it and sends that one up forward, looking for Tomasita, but it's going to fall better for Teo. Teo onto the open backhand now for Lukien. Lukien plucks that one out of the air once more, but it hops out over the boards, which will give a free hit here now in favour of Bangash. Ball dropped down. Players called. Tomasito taps it forward, brings it forward once more. Goes with the shot to send that one up here now. Ringer comes in and intercepts that one and takes it away there from Torgatar. Looks for the hard, acute cut shot in towards the goal, and towards the goal it goes. And a lovely cut shot there by Genero Ringer, making it 10 goals it is to Bangash, 16 for UAE. You see on the replay there, very acute angle indeed, and especially to get the power into that, to go that distance by Genero Ringer. And the players congratulate and thank each other as the clock tick-tocks down as we await the final hooter. And so there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the end of our second match here this afternoon between UAE and Bangash. UAE running out the winners, 16 goals to 10. The highest scoring match so far of this tournament in the Gold Cup 2025. Now we go up to the UAE camp with Lucas Monteverde, and just looking back at the camera there is Lucero. You can see there the progression of the match, 2-3 in favour of Bangash at the end of chukka number 1. However, 4 unanswered goals for the UAE in chukka number 2. And in chukka number 3, going to half-time break, it was 9 goals to 5. And at the end of chukka number 4, an absolute onslaught there by UAE, 16 goals to 5. And a number of goals, a good comeback there, as it were, by Bangash, with the final score being 16 goals to 10 to end our second match here this afternoon. As you see there, the young bloods of UAE walking gently off the field. So many times they make their passes and it's pinpoint accurate, or there for somebody to run onto. They're very good at changing the lines and the angles and working it well. And you see there Haina Sheikh Maitha just dismounting, getting off with Petilu. Very happy and very content indeed, of course, with Billy Healy. Maitha getting a congratulations handshake there, of course, from Lucas.
Son marrones, no son rosas. Son color caca.
And so you see Taylor Cow coming off the field, getting congratulations, giving the thumbs up to everybody and getting a congratulations hope from the grooms there. Quite really so too, little Lucero giving you a big hand slap and a hug. Probably going to tell him how he should have done it differently himself. Probably saying how he should have done it better. And there you go. Same again there for Rocha Toriguita. So a very slick operation, a well-oiled machine this UAE team is. And so we go to some of the best goals here. They started off really strongly to Bangash, with Ringer putting that first one through there. And up here now, Teo. Same position he was the other day, but he made sure of it this time and straightens himself up and puts that one away beautifully. And once again, Teo flicked that one out forward. Out there for Lukien, onto his near side. Reverse neck shot, straight through the goals. There we go up here, Tomasito going forward. Very clever play by him. Swung it away, took the man, near side, through the goals. Classic. And here once again we have Teo broken away. Podolski can't get to him. So you see he just pulls it slightly to the left away from him. So he has to take the longer route round and puts that one away well. And again, Teo underneath the neck. Lovely acute shot there by Teo Lacau. This one here, Teo, backhand, see? Pinpoint accuracy, straight onto the man. For Lukin, from a distance, Haider quite wisely decided to duck out of the way of that one there. But through the goals it goes. And there we go. Lukin Monteverde with Lucas. And so now we go to some of the stats. And you can see the final score, 16-10. Field goals, 9 by UAE, 5 by Bangladesh. Throw-ins, UAE winning 15-9. Almost echoing the score. Fouls, pretty even Stevens, 12-10 on that one there. Penalty, 6 from 6 from UAE, but 5 from 7 for Bangladesh. And one corner from the UAE. And no yellow cards in that match, in our second match here this afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tune in again tomorrow. And 3:30, we have Dubai Wolves versus Chihengiri. We look forward to seeing you then. For myself, Adam Snowden and Polo Line, good night.